Hey, Lila! I'm getting back with my ex! Yeah, you heard me right. Right now we're on our honeymoon, but the wedding, well, it's canceled.
What? Wait a minute, Caleb, what the hell are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean canceled?
Like I said, I'm getting back with Miley, my childhood friend and ex-girlfriend. Simple as that.
No way. Hold on a second. Miley? But Miley's already married, isn't she? She got married a while back, and when that happened, didn't she move into her husband's hometown? You haven't seen her in the last 2 years, right? Also, weren't you just taking a walk on the beach? What does this have to do with anything?
Well, about that, you won't believe it, but I saw her right here in Hawaii.
Wait, what? What do you mean you saw her?
Yeah, no joke. I was just taking a casual walk on the beach, enjoying the scenery, and then bam, there she was. I couldn't believe my eyes, but I just had to call out to her. And guess what? She smiled and told me she's here in Hawaii all by herself. And that's when it hit me. She must have heard about my wedding and realized her true feelings for me. She couldn't bear to let me go, so she followed me here to Hawaii to our honeymoon. She's still in love with me, Lila.
Are you hearing yourself right now? How do you even come to that conclusion?
Because think about it, this is Hawaii. What are the chances of running into your childhood sweetheart outside of our state on the other side of the world? The odds are too slim. It's not just some random coincidence. The only reasonable explanation is that she came all this way to find me.
Or, maybe you just happened to run into her by complete chance. It's a small world after all.
No, you don't get it. When someone's that devoted to you to the point where they follow you across the world, how can I ignore that? As a man, I can't just walk away from something like that. I have to answer her feelings.
Excuse me? Caleb, do you realize that we just got married 3 days ago? We literally just signed the marriage papers.
Look, I get it, but listen, this whole thing, it's gonna be tough for both of us, but at the end of the day, we'll both be divorcees. I'm sure you can see why I've gotta go with this, right? It's fate.
Do you even understand what you're saying right now? Who do you think is responsible for this mess? And I need you to really think about this. Are you absolutely sure that Miley came all the way to Hawaii for you and not just because she wanted a vacation?
Come on, Lila, there's no way she just happened to be here. She's in Hawaii alone by herself in a foreign country. It's pretty obvious she's here because she couldn't stay away from me. She came here for me, no question about it.
And Miley told you this? She flat out said that she came to Hawaii for you?
No, but I don't need her to say it. When I saw her, the way she smiled when I said hello, it told me everything I needed to know. It was like her heart was reaching out to mine, and I could feel it. I could see right into her soul. You have to understand, Lila, this is Miley we're talking about. She's my childhood friend. We used to be lovers. We've got this deep, unspoken bond that you just wouldn't get. It's a connection that goes beyond words.
Wow. Okay, well, I definitely don't get it, not at all. But honestly, Caleb, you need to calm down and really think this through. Look, until Miley actually tells you in her own words that she came all the way to Hawaii because of her feelings for you, isn't it possible that you're just misinterpreting the situation? I mean, this could just be one big misunderstanding on your part, right? It'd be a lot better if you didn't do anything reckless right now. Just take a moment and think before acting.
Lila, you don't get it. With Miley and me, we don't even need words. That's how strong our bond is.
Okay, fine, but at the very least, can you not forget that right now both you and Miley are currently married? You're both still legally married to other people. You can't just ignore that fact, Caleb.
Look, Lila, I know this sounds crazy to you, but I've already made up my mind. I can't just pretend like I didn't see her, like I didn't feel that connection all over again. It's like fate brought us back together, here in Hawaii, of all places. What are the odds, right? I can't walk away from something like that. I need to at least see where this goes with Miley.
Caleb, you're delusional. You think this is some kind of fairy tale, but it's not. This is real life, and in real life, people just don't upend their entire lives over one chance encounter. If you walk away from our marriage for some fantasy that exists only in your head, I promise you, you are going to regret it. You're throwing away everything for a maybe.
I get that you're mad, Lila, I do, but I know what I felt when I saw Miley again. It was like time hadn't passed at all, like we were right back to where we were all those years ago. I can't just ignore that. You have to understand this is bigger than both of us.
No, Caleb, you're just scared. Scared of the commitment you made. Scared of what it means to be with someone for the rest of your life. And instead of facing that fear, you're running away, back to some fantasy of your past. But life doesn't work that way.
I'm not scared, Lila. I'm just following my heart. And right now, my heart is telling me that Miley is the one I'm meant to be with.
Fine, but don't expect me to be here when you realize you've made a huge mistake.
Hey, Lila, you should head back to Iowa. I mean it, just leave.
Huh? Caleb, I was just about to contact you because you haven't come back in hours and I was getting worried. Where have you been? And now you're telling me to go back?
I'm serious. I'm not coming back until I'm sure you've left Hawaii. This honeymoon is happening, but not with you. It's gonna be with Miley. So you pack your stuff and head back to Iowa.
Oh, I see. So you want us to go our separate ways from here on out? Well, I actually agree with that, but can you explain why you left divorce papers in our room? Isn't that a bit too prepared? Like you had it all planned out beforehand?
Oh, Dad, I did a little research. Turns out you can just print out divorce papers online. You fill them out, take them to City Hall, and boom, it's official. So I found a place to print them while you were out, and I slipped them into the room when you weren't there.
You did this while I was out getting a late lunch, huh? You waited for that exact moment to sneak in and leave divorce papers behind?
Exactly. As you can see, I've already filled out my part. So once you get back to Iowa, just fill in your section and submit it to the authorities. It's pretty simple. Just get it done.
All right, but let me ask you something. Have you even confirmed how Miley feels about all of this? Have you asked her if she wants to be with you again?
Why do you keep asking that? I told you already I don't need to. Miley and I, we have a deep bond. I don't need to ask her. It's something I already know. You're just a nuisance standing in the way of that bond. Get it?
Is that so? You seem awfully confident, Caleb.
What's that supposed to mean? What's with that smirk?
Oh, nothing. It's just interesting to watch you dig your own grave. I don't have to do anything at this point. But you go ahead. Keep thinking whatever you want.
Quit with the attitude. Just get out of here already. Seriously, you're in the way.
Well, if that's how you feel, I guess there's nothing more to say. I'll pack up and leave like the nuisance you think I am. See you back in Iowa, or maybe not. Goodbye, Caleb.
Miley, sorry to keep you waiting.
Huh? Caleb? What are you doing here?
I've finally done it. I talked to my wife and we've agreed to divorce.
Wait, hold on, Caleb. Why are you telling me this? And why are you acting like this is something I've been waiting for?
It's okay, Miley. You don't have to keep pretending. You don't have to hide your feelings anymore. I understand everything. Your feelings, they hit me hard, deep down. You don't need to act tough with me.
What feelings are you even talking about?
When you heard about my wedding, when you found out I was getting married, it must have stirred something in you, right? I know it did. You must have realized your true feelings for me. Those feelings you've been holding back for so long. They overwhelmed you, didn't they? You couldn't stop thinking about me, could you? That's why you came all the way here to Hawaii, to my honeymoon destination of all places. I know you came here because of me, because you couldn't ignore your feelings for me anymore.
What?
It's okay, really. I get it. I understand what you're going through, and I want to respond to those feelings, Miley. I feel the same way. I want to make things right. That's why I talked to my wife, and I'm divorcing her. I feel bad for her, sure, but this is something I have to do for both of us.
What are you even talking about, Caleb?
It's all for you, Miley. Now that I've decided to divorce my wife, there's nothing standing between us anymore. We don't have to keep our feelings hidden. There are no more obstacles. Finally, we can be together. Miley, where are you right now? I'll come meet you. Let's spend the whole night together, just the two of us. We'll finally be free to love each other over and over. Our hearts and our bodies united at last.
Ew!
What? What's wrong?
That disgusting, delusional mindset of yours is exactly why we broke up in the first place, Caleb. You're seriously grossing me out.
Wait, what do you mean?
Do you not remember what happened back in high school? You told me we should break up because you thought you could date the popular girl, the one everyone called the Madonna of the school. You thought you had a chance with her, and what happened? You were completely wrong. You made an absolute fool of yourself. And after you realized how badly you screwed up, you came crawling back to me, begging to get back together. But I was already done with you. I couldn't stand you anymore, so I rejected you right then and there. How do you not remember that?
But yesterday we saw each other again on the beach. You were smiling. We were both smiling. We were both so happy to see each other, I could tell.
Yeah, that was a pity smile, Caleb. I wasn't happy at all. I was just trying to hide my shock and disgust. I was cursing my bad luck for running into you, of all people, on a beach in Hawaii. Seriously, what were the chances?
Wait, so then why are you in Hawaii? If it wasn't to see me, why else would you be here? You must have come to find me. It's the only explanation that makes sense. You wanted to see me, didn't you? You couldn't get me out of your head, so you chased after me, right?
What are you even saying? No, Caleb, I have been living in Hawaii for a year now. I didn't come here to find you.
What? What do you mean?
My husband got transferred here for work. He was promoted and sent to the Hawaii branch of his company. So I moved here with him. We've been living here happily ever since.
Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Yesterday when we were talking, you said you were alone in Hawaii.
Oh my God, Caleb. You asked me if I was alone at that moment, and I said yes because I was taking a walk by myself. That's it. I didn't mean I was here in Hawaii all alone. I was just out for a stroll. I've got a loving husband waiting for me at home.
Wait, so you're not...
Yeah, I'm married, Caleb. I thought you knew that. Didn't you hear about it from your parents? I had an arranged marriage, and I am very happy with my husband. We have a great life here in Hawaii, which means I'm not chasing after you or anyone else.
This can't be happening.
It is, and honestly, I feel bad for your wife. She probably had no idea what kind of delusional idiot she was marrying. You don't show this side of yourself when you're just neighbors, do you? It only comes out when you're in a relationship. I bet she didn't see it coming. Poor woman. She must be regretting her decision to marry you.
No, this has to be a misunderstanding. I'm not delusional.
Yeah, right. You've always been this way, Caleb. This time you're even worse. You've lost it completely. You know what? I didn't block you before because I figured we were neighbors back in Iowa, so it would have been awkward. But now, I'm done. I don't care anymore.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm blocking you right now.
Miley, no, don't do that, please!
Too late. Goodbye, Caleb. Don't ever contact me again, and don't even think about coming near me or my family ever.
Lila, I've changed my mind. Let's cancel the divorce. Let's continue our honeymoon like before.
Huh?
I don't care about Miley anymore. You know what? You're the one for me, my true Venus.
That's disgusting.
Huh?
Judging by that tone, did Miley reject you?
Well...
Just so you know, I contacted your family earlier to explain the situation. And guess what? They told me something interesting. They said that Miley followed her husband overseas after his job transfer. So I asked, could it be that her husband's assignment is in Hawaii? They weren't sure at first, but your parents took the trouble to confirm it with Miley's family. Shortly after, they got back to me confirming that yes, she is indeed living in Hawaii.
What?
Not only that, they also gave me some juicy background. They started with, we've kept quiet because it was just kids' business, but then they spilled everything. Apparently, you broke up with Miley because of a massive misunderstanding. After you made a fool of yourself with some other girl and got brutally rejected, Miley dumped you too, didn't she?
No, wait!
Hold on, I need to get going now.
What? Where are you going?
I managed to get a flight back to Iowa. Everything worked out perfectly with the timing. Oh, and just so you know, I'm turning my phone off as soon as I board.
Lila!
And don't worry, I'll take care of filing the divorce papers as soon as I get back.
Wait, no, I said no divorce!
Shut it, you delusional idiot.
What?
Goodbye and good riddance, you fool.
No, Miley, what have I done? Guess I'm going back to Iowa too. Hey, Lila? Are you already back in Iowa now?
Wait a second, I turned on my phone and I have 200 missed calls?
Hey, where's my passport?
Huh? Your passport? Did you lose it?
No, that's not it. I gave it to you, remember? Where did you put it?
What? I don't remember you giving it to me.
No, I definitely gave it to you. I was worried I'd lose it, so I put it in your bag.
In my bag? Where exactly?
You know the side pocket, the one with the zipper that tightens everything securely? I put it in there.
Wait, what? Hold on, let me check. Sure, I definitely had your passport, but you know what? Did you ever tell me you put it there?
See?
You didn't say anything about putting it in that pocket, did you? I don't remember you mentioning it at all.
Wait, I guess I didn't actually tell you.
Exactly. Plus, didn't we just talk about how I don't usually use that side pocket of my bag? I thought we had that discussion recently.
Did we?
Yes, remember? I told you that I had lost something important by putting it there before, so now I avoid using it altogether. That means I wouldn't even think to check it unless you specifically mentioned it was there.
Seriously?
Well, even if that weren't the case, your passport is like a lifeline when you're abroad. I can't be held responsible for it not being with you. It's crucial.
Can you save the lecture for later? Right now, I just need you to bring my passport back to me.
No way.
Huh?
I'm already back home. Why should I have to go out of my way for someone who's practically a stranger now?
Hey, I'm your husband, remember?
Not anymore since I filed for divorce.
Wait, you did it already?
You were the one who pushed for it. You said you wanted things to move quickly.
Yeah, but...
Listen, you said you were done, and now it feels like you're just backtracking. I can't keep having these conversations that go nowhere. You wanted this. Now, go call the police or something and ask them what to do when you've lost your form of ID.
You expect me to do it all by myself?
What other choice do you have? You have to handle this yourself.
Isn't it your fault that I'm in this situation because you took my passport back home with you?
No, the reason we're in this mess is because you just put it in my bag without telling me. That's not my fault.
Okay, fine. But you can't just act like this is all my fault. You could have checked too.
Right, because it's my job to go through your stuff. I don't even know what's in your bag half the time. You should have communicated that it was in there.
Well, if we're going to point fingers, you should have been more mindful about handling important documents. How could you just take it and not mention it at all?
Seriously? We're really doing this? This isn't going to solve anything. I'm just supposed to sit here while you throw blame around?
Well, it feels like you are. I'm stuck here without a passport, and you're the one who has it.
Fine. But let's be real for a second. Even if I brought the passport back, how are we going to resolve this mess?
You've already filed for divorce, and I'm supposed to be okay with that?
Maybe you should have thought about that before you put us in this situation. Now you're scrambling to fix something that might already be too late.
Wait, what do you mean by too late? Are you really giving up on us just because of a passport?
I'm not giving up over the passport. I'm giving up on you because you asked for this whole mess and are now blaming me for a lot of it because you can't handle all of your delusional behavior.
I'm not delusional, though. I thought that Miley was into me, and I thought you already knew about me placing my passport into your bag.
Well, when you eventually get back home, just contact my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yes, my father's acquaintance is going to help us with a lot of things. I'll give your parents my lawyer's contact information and they can reach out to them.
Wait a second. My misunderstanding about Miley was a mistake. Now that I know, I don't want a divorce.
If you want to say that, you should probably say it through the lawyer. This is not the place to argue about it.
Lila!
Goodbye, you misunderstanding fool. A few days later, Caleb returned home looking completely haggard and defeated. He showed up at his parents' house, and the moment he laid eyes on the passport I had left with my in-laws, something seemed to awaken inside him. With a sudden burst of energy, he bolted out of the house, rushing towards my family's home, clearly determined to confront the situation. To prevent him from making a scene, my former judo champion father-in-law executed a perfect shoulder throw right there on the lawn. If he had been just 25 inches closer to the concrete, Caleb would have been slammed down hard. The look on his face went pale at the near miss. It was as if reality was finally sinking in. After this little encounter, Caleb calmed down somewhat, and we were able to discuss financial matters without him losing his temper again. I seized the opportunity to demand that he cover the total costs for the wedding and honeymoon expenses that I had shouldered, along with a settlement for emotional distress. Surprisingly, he agreed to pay without much resistance, likely realizing he had no other choice at this point. This marked the conclusion of a marriage that lasted less than a week, all stemming from Caleb's misunderstandings and miscommunications. Word of the situation quickly spread around his workplace, and before long, he ended up taking unauthorized leave. It wasn't long before he was officially fired, and now it seems he has retreated into his parents' home, becoming a reclusive loser. He's apparently been telling everyone, love is scary, women are terrifying. It's ironic, really. His rash actions and failure to communicate effectively led to the abrupt end of our short-lived marriage. But now he's the one living in fear, hiding away from the world. I suppose he's come to realize that his inability to confront issues head-on has left him in a place he never wanted to be, trapped by his own choices.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Ren, today is supposed to be your wedding day, right? Well, I have some news that's going to shake things up for you. Your wedding, it's canceled. The reason? The groom is mine now. Yes, you heard that right. The wedding is officially off. What? What are you talking about? Well, it seems like you haven't caught on yet. Let me explain it in simpler terms. I've successfully stolen your fiancé, and I did it 1 minute before your wedding was about to start. Aren't I just amazing? You were all set to walk down the aisle, but guess what? There will be no wedding. I got him, and there is nothing you can do about it. Oh, and did I mention? He's the next CEO. Jackpot for me. Wait. Next CEO? What do you even mean? Miles? Who's Miles? Do I really have to spell this out for you? Your precious fiancé Miles is now my man. We've been secretly seeing each other behind your back for quite some time now. I just thought you should know now that I've officially claimed him. So yeah, consider this your official declaration of defeat. Wait, are you serious right now? Miles, who is Miles? What are you talking about, Olive? Oh, come on, Ren. Don't tell me you're the clueless type. How does it feel to be completely blindsided? The look on your face right now would be priceless. Your best friend stealing the love of your life, the man you were about to marry. Oh, does it hurt? Does it sting? How does it feel to be betrayed by someone you trusted? I aimed for this exact moment, the perfect moment to crush you emotionally. It's perfect, isn't it? 1 minute before your big day, right when you were probably feeling all happy and excited, and bam, I took it all away. You must be devastated right now. Olive, seriously, I have no idea what you're talking about. Miles? Who is this Miles you keep mentioning? Miles, your fiancé. The guy you were going to marry? The man you were all set to spend the rest of your life with? I spent the night with him last night. Yep, just the two of us, wrapped up in each other at this gorgeous hotel. We were so in love, making beautiful memories together. But honestly, our little affair started long before that. I just thought last night was the perfect time to seal the deal. How could you have missed it? I mean, you didn't even see the signs, did you? How pathetic. Olive, I swear I don't know what you're talking about. This is some kind of mistake. Miles? I don't even know anyone named Miles, and I'm not even getting married today. You can't fool me, Ren. You know exactly what's going on. You just don't want to admit it because it hurts too much. But it's okay. Denial is part of the process. You've got a wedding to cancel after all. I imagine that's going to take up a lot of your time, calling the guests, explaining that there will be no ceremony because, well, your best friend stole your man at the last second. Ugh, that's gotta hurt. Well, I guess I'll leave you to handle all that. I've said what I needed to say. Good luck dealing with the fallout. Wait, Olive, stop! What are you talking about? I seriously don't know anyone named Miles. And there is no wedding today. What is going on? Explain this to me. Well, Miles is calling for me now, so I really have to go. He's waiting for me after all. We've got some more love to make. Don't worry, you'll get over it eventually. Or maybe not. Either way, I win. Goodbye, Ren. Enjoy sorting through your mess. Olive, wait, what the heck is going on? This doesn't make any sense at all. Who is this Miles? Why would you say all of this? What wedding? Explain yourself. Ren, did you get the wedding invitation I sent? What? No, I haven't received any invitation. Oh, come on. With the distance from my place to your house, any mail should arrive the next day. I sent it out yesterday, so it should definitely be there by now. Therefore, Ren, you must be lying. Wait, are you referring to my family home in City A? Of course. You've always lived with your parents, right? Since the wedding with Miles is off, you're obviously still living there. Isn't that right? No, actually, that's not true. What? I'm living alone now. I won't tell you where I'm staying, though. I cut ties with my family 2 years ago, and the address change I filed with the post office has long since expired. Anything sent to my parents' house is probably discarded without being opened. So you can assume that anything sent there won't reach me. Just thought you should know. What the heck? Remember how I told you about being constantly overshadowed and ignored by my perfect sister? That's why I decided to cut ties with my family. It was a decision I made for my own peace and to move on from that toxic environment. Oh, I see. Well, that's a pretty convenient excuse to use for why you didn't receive the invitation. I guess you thought you'd use that to cover up. Nice try, though. But seriously, think about it. It's been 3 years since we had that falling out. So much has changed in that time. Things have been rapidly evolving, especially in the last few years. My life is entirely different from what it was when we last spoke. Oh, can you stop with the lies already? The fact that you're denying receiving the invitation just proves that you did get it. It's clear as day. What are you talking about? The lies of someone like you are so pathetic and transparent. You should really stop making yourself look foolish. Anyway, back to the topic. As stated in the invitation, the wedding is going to be held in France. Oh, France? Yes, we're having the ceremony at Miles's private estate there. And guess what? You, the so-called loser, are required to attend. Of course, you're responsible for covering your own travel and hotel expenses. I'm not that generous to pay for your costs. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, if you don't get everything organized yourself, you'll have a tough time. The wedding is in just 2 weeks, so if you don't act fast, you'll find yourself in a tight spot. But I've told you I didn't get an invitation. Are you even paying attention to what you're saying? Seriously, think it through. You're making excuses to avoid attending, and it's obvious. The invitation was sent, and it should have reached you. If it didn't, it's your responsibility to figure it out. I'm not going to argue with you about this. The date is set, and everything is planned. You're expected to be there, and that's final. Why would you even do this? Why? Because I want to make it clear that things are not going to be the same as they were before. The wedding is a significant event, and everyone important to us will be there, even you, whether you like it or not. This is about making a statement and showing that nothing can get in the way of what we have planned. Are you serious? This is just absurd. Absurd? Maybe. But it's the reality of the situation. You've been given a chance to attend an event that's not only important, but also a big deal in Miles's and my life. So either you make arrangements and come, or you deal with the consequences of not being part of it. The choice is yours, but the decision is already set. I can't believe you're making such a big deal out of this. Believe it, the wedding is happening, and everyone involved has to play their part. You've been given the details, and now it's up to you to act on them. I'm not going to chase you down or make exceptions. The plan is in place, and it's moving forward. This is ridiculous. I don't know why you're doing this to me. Why? Because I want you to understand that your actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences mean facing situations you'd rather avoid. It's a lesson in responsibility and accountability, and honestly, it's about making sure that everyone who's been a part of the journey is there for the culmination of it. Fine, I'll figure it out, but this is not how I wanted things to go. Good, that's the spirit. Get it sorted out and make sure you're there. We'll see you in France, whether you're ready for it or not. I guess I don't have a choice. That's all that's left to do. And remember, no more excuses. Get it done. And I'll see you soon.
Hey, Ren. Long time no talk. Got a minute?
Oh, Anthony? It's been ages. What's up?
Well, I need to ask you something a bit odd about your family.
Sure, what's going on?
So this might sound strange, but I heard something recently. Is there any chance you're helping Olive with some kind of scheme to steal the groom from your sister's wedding?
Huh? What are you talking about? I haven't even heard about my sister's wedding until now.
Right, I suppose you wouldn't know. You haven't been back home in 2 years, and you're basically estranged from your family. And you cut ties with Olive long before that incident where she got involved with a married coworker and then lashed out when you called her out, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I don't consider her a friend anymore.
I figured as much. Sorry for asking such a weird question, especially when you're not in contact with her.
It's fine. I'm curious why you're asking, though. What's up?
Actually, I got a furious call from your sister yesterday. She said that Olive sent an invitation to your sister's wedding to you.
Wait, what? An invitation to the wedding?
Yeah, and apparently the groom is your sister's former fiancé. Your sister was going off on me, demanding to know if you knew anything about it. She was convinced that since I'm the only local contact you have, I must know something.
Oh, wow. I'm really sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry about it. I'm just here to help sort this out.
Actually, if Olive's name is coming up, I can't completely rule out having some awareness of this. If you don't mind, could you provide more details?
Sure. Did anything unusual happen on your end?
Well, I knew Olive was getting married from her text message, but she mentioned something about stealing the groom on my wedding day.
Wait, you're married?
No, I'm not married. Olive seems to have misunderstood. I never had a boyfriend, let alone had a wedding.
Oh, okay. I was surprised for a moment there.
What's with the surprise?
I just wanted to be sure. Sorry for the diversion. Please continue.
All right. So, the name of the groom, could it be Miles?
Oh, yeah. I don't know the full name, but if his first name Miles is correct, that's what came up in the conversation.
And it's definitely him. Olive must have confused your sister's fiancé, Miles, with my partner. She thought that her wedding was actually mine, so she attempted to steal him on the wedding day. Now she's still under the impression that she's taken something from me and is trying to show off. It seems like she's trying to go ahead with this stolen marriage.
Wow, that sounds like a real mess.
It really is. I told her the invitation hadn't arrived and explained why, but she just insisted on stuff like, "You're forced to attend the wedding at Miles's French villa."
A French villa?
Yeah, she was demanding that I cover my own travel and hotel expenses to France. She completely ignored my explanations and continued with her demands. It felt like talking to a wall. Nothing I said made any difference.
Ren, can I ask you something?
What is it?
With the terms Miles and French villa, a certain person comes to mind.
Who?
Remember when I changed jobs 8 months ago? I told you about that, right?
Yeah, you mentioned that you moved out of town and started working in the same prefecture as me.
Exactly. The son of the president at my previous company is named Miles.
Oh, what's he like?
He's a quarter French and used to brag about visiting his grandfather's villa in France twice a year. After I left that job, I heard from former colleagues that there was an issue with a wedding being canceled. Officially, it was due to irreconcilable differences discovered on the wedding day, but there's a rumor that it was actually because of Miles' infidelity.
Oh, well, that pretty much confirms that Olive stole your sister's former fiancé.
I'll check with my former colleagues to get confirmation, but...
But?
The previous company is in serious trouble.
Serious trouble?
I can't go into details because it's sensitive, but results should come out in a few days. I think Miles and Olive's wedding will probably be canceled.
Wow, that's quite a situation.
Yeah, it really is. I just wanted to keep you informed. If you need anything else, or if there's anything else you want to know, just let me know.
Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate the heads up. I'll definitely keep an eye out for any updates.
No problem. I'll be in touch if I find out more. Take care.
Wait, hold on. Before we hang up, can you give me a bit more detail about this French villa and the wedding? I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole situation.
Sure, from what I've gathered, the French villa is a luxurious property that Miles' family owns. It's located in a picturesque part of France, and it's known for being a vacation spot for the wealthy. Miles used to boast about it a lot, saying it was a gift from his grandfather. The wedding was supposed to be a high-profile event, and it sounds like Olive somehow got involved with it, thinking it was her chance to claim something for herself.
That's incredibly elaborate. It's like she's trying to live out some kind of fantasy.
Exactly. It seems like Olive's grasp on reality is a bit shaky. She's making demands and creating a drama that doesn't align with the truth. It's unfortunate that she's dragging others into this mess.
Yeah, it's really unsettling. I guess I should prepare myself for more fallout from this.
Definitely. If there's anything else you need, or if there are any developments, let me know. I'll keep an ear out for more information as well.
I will. Thanks again for all your help, Anthony. It's been a real whirlwind.
Anytime, Ren. I'm here if you need anything. Stay safe.
You too. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
I'm currently waiting for Miles. We're about to board a flight to France together. I'm sure you're planning to leave for your trip today as well, aren't you? Huh? No, I'm not going. What? I told you that I didn't receive any invitation. Besides, Miles isn't my fiancé, and in fact, I don't even know him personally. Oh, come on. You're still insisting on that? You've been through a significant and traumatic experience where your groom was stolen away from you and your wedding was abruptly canceled. You should be aware that pretending not to know Miles is just not going to work here. Actually, I got some information from a local contact who is the only person from the area I can still communicate with. They filled me in on some things related to the situation. What do you mean by that? The person you took away is actually my sister's fiancé. What? No way! I have seen you multiple times wearing that emerald green dress you liked so much, or the white top with the floral embroidery, and the cute pale pink blouse with a ribbon. And not to forget the blue skirt and the light blue floral scarf. You were seen on dates with Miles while wearing those outfits, so naturally I assumed you were Miles's fiancé. Oh, those clothes? Oh, all of them were actually taken by my sister when I left my family home. What? Taken? Yes, taken. You know my sister's personality, don't you? She always had this habit of taking whatever belonged to me. No matter how much I resisted, she'd always find a way to take it from me. My own clothes were quite often subdued and modest compared to her flashy style. So she might have worn my more modest clothes to blend in and appear more reserved while dating Miles. Since my sister and I look very similar, you probably mistook me for her based only on the clothes I was wearing. Seriously? If you're questioning the truth of this, it would be best to ask Miles himself to confirm. But isn't Miles currently under arrest? Arrest? What do you mean? Haven't you checked the news this morning? I haven't seen it. There should be articles about it online. You might want to look it up. What's this? Did you find the news article? So, the arrest is true? Yes, it's all true. It's been reported that Miles was involved in some serious financial crimes, including tax evasion and embezzlement. The amounts involved are reportedly quite large, and it seems like there might be a lot of chaos surrounding the situation for some time. No way, I had no idea about any of this. Given the situation, it might be a good idea to reconsider your trip to France. Why should I? Since Miles is confirmed not to be attending the wedding, the event will have to be canceled. It's the only logical step to take. Oh. Moreover, considering the timing, if you, as his supposed fiancé, leave the country now, people might speculate that you're trying to escape from the mess. I don't know what to do. Even if you tell me I'm completely in the dark about this situation, what should I do? Honestly, it's not something I can solve for you. It might be best for you to just return home for now. But this was supposed to be my big chance to achieve something significant. I understand how you must feel. This was meant to be a major milestone for you, and now everything seems to be falling apart. It's incredibly frustrating and disheartening, but with everything that's happening right now, it might be worth considering whether sticking to your current plans is the best course of action. I just can't believe that this is happening. Everything was planned perfectly, and now it's all gone wrong. I was looking forward to this trip and the opportunity it presented. It's like a dream being shattered right before my eyes. Yes, I get that. When plans don't work out, it can feel like everything you've worked for is slipping away. But sometimes circumstances beyond our control force us to adjust and rethink our strategies. It's unfortunate that this has to happen, but it might be worth taking a step back and assessing the situation thoroughly. I never thought I'd end up in a situation like this. I was so excited about the wedding and the trip to France. Everything seemed to be falling into place perfectly, and now, just like that, it's all unraveling. It's a tough situation, no doubt about it, but remember, you still have options and decisions to make. Although it's painful to see everything collapse, it's also an opportunity to reassess and perhaps find a better path forward. I just don't know where to begin. I feel lost and overwhelmed. It's completely natural to feel that way. Take some time to process everything and think about your next steps carefully. But just know that you're never ever getting Miles back, no matter how much this sucks. But he was the one who was going to get me all of that money, my treasure chest. I can't believe I'm never going to have another chance like that. In the end, I found myself caught up in a series of misunderstandings and complications, and I ended up never being present at the scene of the initial issue. Despite all the turmoil surrounding Olive's scandalous actions, I was never directly involved in the problematic events that unfolded. However, the repercussions of the incident are still ongoing, and they are far from over. The situation has spiraled to such an extent that it caught the attention of several gossip magazines. The media has now picked up on the story, turning it into a major topic of discussion. Articles are being published about the scandal, and the entire affair has become a spectacle for public consumption. This has only added to the already chaotic and stressful environment surrounding the canceled wedding. The wedding, which was supposed to be a grand and joyful occasion, was ultimately canceled. The fallout from this cancellation has been significant, with many complications arising. One of the major issues has been dealing with the financial repercussions of the canceled event. The costs associated with the wedding preparations had already been incurred, and now there's the added burden of managing the financial fallout from the abrupt cancellation. Additionally, the complexities of handling the broken engagement have further compounded the situation, leading to a lot of confusion and turmoil. It seems that my own family has also been affected by this mess. They're currently dealing with their own set of problems and are not in a position to offer much support or attention to my situation. This has left me feeling somewhat isolated and overwhelmed by the entire situation. Given the chaotic state of affairs, I decided it was best to make some personal changes to safeguard my own well-being. I updated all of my contact information, including my phone number and social media accounts, to ensure that I could distance myself from any further disturbances related to this mess. This change was necessary to regain a sense of normalcy and control over my own life. Moreover, with Anthony's support, I took the opportunity to advance my career. I successfully transferred into a new job that better matched my skills and aspirations. This career move also prompted me to relocate to a new apartment. I found a place just a 3-minute walk from Anthony's residence, which made it more convenient for us to see each other and strengthen our relationship. As a result of these changes, 2 years later, Anthony and I got married. It was a significant milestone and a happy development in our lives. However, the details of our journey and how we arrived at this point are a separate story altogether.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Stephanie, would you mind telling me exactly what you're doing with my husband?
Excuse me? Oh, hello there, Angie. What am I doing with your husband? I'm not sure what you mean.
I mean, what are you doing in my house with my husband, Steve, at this very moment?
I guess you're home already, huh?
Yes, I finished my work a lot sooner than I thought I would, so I left work about an hour earlier than usual, and I just got home.
Uh-oh. Well, looks like we're busted.
You don't seem to be very worried about being caught like this.
Well, I guess you could say that I'm a little surprised. But just so you know, Steve and I are super duper deeply in love with each other. You know what he told me just a few minutes ago? That he's way happier with a beautiful woman like me than an old ugly hag like you. And besides, I always knew that if I got caught, I could just divorce my husband and poof, problem solved. Do you really think you can get away with what you're doing that easily? Of course I do. Steve already said that he'd pay for my lawyer and any damages I had to pay to my husband for cheating on him. Ah, I see. So that's why you seem so flippant right now. I guess that would make sense. Steve's family is pretty wealthy after all. I know, right? And this gorgeous house that me and Steve are going to live in together is his, which means it's mine too now. Well, yeah, it was his family's house. And now it's gonna be our family's house. Not that I care, but how long are you planning to stay in there? Uh-oh, are you gonna try to kick me out now? You can be patient and wait for us to be done, okay? You came home before we were finished. Aren't you forgetting something? It's summer vacation. School is out right now. Well, yeah, but so what? So our daughter, who was playing at her friend's house today, is going to be coming home any moment now, and I am not about to allow my daughter to see her own father messing around with the mother of one of her classmates. Do I make myself clear? Oh man, what a spoil sport. Are you dressed right now? Yeah, I got it. Don't rush me. Hey, wait a minute. I'm looking all around the room, but I can't find Steve's or my clothes anywhere. Sorry about that. I found your clothes strewn about the living room floor, so I took the liberty of throwing them out into the yard. You what? What were you thinking? I was thinking that I didn't want you running away from me. Ugh, you are super bitter about this, huh? Fine, I won't run away. I'm just gonna go home, so hurry up and give me my clothes back. Well, I'm terribly sorry to tell you, but that's not gonna happen. Huh? What is your problem? Why not? I've known about your relationship with my husband for a little over half a year now. Wait, you knew? Then, wait a minute, just a little bit ago you were acting like you didn't know. You asked me what I was doing with your husband, but you knew? What was that all about? Oh, that? Oh, that was just me buying time and stringing you along while I waited for everyone to arrive. Everyone? Who's everyone? Everyone. Steve's parents and your parents are with me, and we're about to come inside. What? If you don't mind, could you at least cover yourself up with a blanket or towel? And not my good blankets, please. What is going on, Angie? Thanks a lot, Angie. I am in a world of trouble now, thanks to you. Wow, I'm surprised you texted me so soon. Oh yeah? And what about you? Are you already at your parents' house or whatever? Yeah, I just got to my folks' house with my daughter a little bit ago. Well, good for you. While everyone was tearing into Steve and me, you were just putzing around packing up your suitcase. Man, that was some tribunal. They were really ticked at us. But it was all worth it to watch your miserable self walking out of our beautiful mansion, sad and alone. And since the dust has settled, I'm already back in our mansion enjoying some sweetie, lovey-dovey time with my Steve. There's no one to get between us anymore, so we can do anything and everything we want, whenever we want. This is the best. You seem to be pretty happy with yourself right now, but did you really think that this was all over already? Do we really need to go through this again? I just told you. Steve is going to pay me for my lawyer and whatever damages I have to pay you, okay? What is there for me to be worried about? Oh, Steve told me to tell you that he'll just wire a lump sum payment to your account whenever our lawyers come to a settlement. I was already going to demand that, so he's not going to be able to appear to come out on top of this by pretending he offered to do it beforehand. What? Oh my God, you are such a bitter old hag. Man, I am so happy I'm not ugly and alone like you. Keep it coming, Stephanie. Say whatever you'd like to me. Nothing you can say will hurt me. Oh, we'll see about that. I am about to do all the things for my Steve that you never did for him. Have fun. Oh, trust me, we're gonna have lots of fun, way more fun than he ever had with you. And we're gonna do it in your house, on your bed. Oops, it's not your house anymore, is it? Oh, good gracious, I'm so very, very sad. So very sad, absolutely devastated. How will I recover? I'm more worried about how I'm gonna recover after tonight with Steve. Good morning! Did you sleep well? I didn't. I've got more great news for you. I'm pregnant, and it's Steve's baby.
Wow, that certainly is an incredible thing.
Right? I was feeling kind of sick this morning, and I thought maybe it was because of our fun last night, but I got a test, and it was positive. It's almost scary how this is going exactly like I planned it.
Planned?
Yep. It was my plan all along to get pregnant with Steve's baby so I could get my hands on this fabulous house and all of Steve's money. Now all that's left is for you to divorce Steve and I'll get everything I wanted. And now your part in my little plan is finished, so you can go ahead and just disappear forever.
I see. Well, thanks for that, Stephanie. Now I can finally get divorced.
Huh?
Ugh, I have been so sick and tired of that pathetic loser for so long. You can have him. Oh, and by the way, you should hurry up and get ready to get out of that house as soon as possible.
What are you talking about? I'm not leaving. Why would I leave? This luxurious mansion is going to be our little love nest now. I know you're bitter and everything, but seriously, you're getting to be just plain pathetic. Angie, what's going on here? I just got told that we have to be out of this house by tomorrow. Did you know something about this? What did you do, Angie?
Didn't you know? That house is going to be put up for sale.
The house is getting sold? But why? Tell me what you did right now.
Calm down, Stephanie. I didn't do anything.
I don't believe you. But none of this makes sense. The house belongs to Steve, doesn't it? How can someone just put his house up for sale without permission? You'd better start explaining what the hell is going on here and fast.
First of all, you're wrong about one thing. That house isn't Steve's.
What?
Actually, that's Steve's grandfather's house. His name is on the title and everything.
Wait, his grandpa?
Yeah, his grandparents are currently living in their vacation house in Florida, where they moved after he retired about 20 years ago. He was worried the house would start to fall apart if it was left unoccupied, so he allowed us to live there on the condition that we would make sure it was well taken care of.
Then you lied to me. You told me it was Steve's house.
Scroll up, Stephanie. I said no such thing. I told you it was his family's house. I never said it was Steve's house.
Oh.
You see? It's not my fault that you interpreted what I said incorrectly.
I don't believe this.
It seems like they already have a buyer lined up, and they're planning to bring in the construction crew to start on some renovations in 2 days.
2 days?
Yep. And if you're still there, that's going to cause a lot of trouble for the real estate company and the workers. So I would recommend you getting your stuff out of there as soon as possible.
This is the worst. I have never been so miserable in my entire life. Why is this happening to me? I don't deserve any of this.
Ugh, what do you want now, Stephanie? Our divorce has already been finalized, and I already got my lump sum payments for child support and your affair, so I have no more reason or desire to speak to either of you ever again.
We packed up our stuff and got out of our house, but we had nowhere else to go, so we went over to Steve's parents' house, and they wouldn't let us in.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. They made it pretty clear that they never want to see Steve or you ever again.
But it gets worse. Then we tried going to my parents' house, and they wouldn't let us stay with them either.
You probably should have seen that coming too, after, well, everything that you did.
After that, we only had one more hope. We tried going to Steve's grandpa's place down in Florida. After all, I'm absolutely gorgeous, and I'm pregnant with his grandchild, so I figured that he would have to help us out. But when we said who we were on the intercom, he ignored us, locked the gate, and shut all the blinds on his house. Well, Steve's grandpa was in the Marines, and you know their motto? Always faithful? It doesn't surprise me that he'd shut you out after both of you betrayed your families, even if you are beautiful and pregnant with his great-grandchild. Why? Why is everyone turning their backs on me? Why are they all taking your side? I'm beautiful and stylish. You're ugly and you don't even get your nails done. I should be the one with a rich husband, not you.
What?
I mean, just think about it. Who would a wealthy and powerful executive want on their arm at a party? Me or you? The choice is obvious. I even got my hair done, just like those women on Real Housewives.
Wait a minute.
Whatever, screw all of them. I'll just have Steve buy a luxury penthouse suite for me. That will show them who's boss. I'll look out the window of my luxurious apartment with a glass of expensive wine in my hand and laugh at all the pathetic little people down below.
Stephanie, Steve's not an executive. He's a mid-level employee.
What?
He's not the company president.
Why not? He's the former president's son, isn't he? Who else would they give the job to?
Well, yeah, our company has a pretty strict meritocratic system in place. They don't allow nepotism. By the way, I'm actually the head of the department Steve was working in.
You?
But in any case, it came out that he'd been messing around with his mistress while he was supposed to be working remotely, so he got fired the other day. Didn't you notice I said the department he was working for in past tense? I thought it was obvious.
He got fired? And what's this about a mistress? He told me I was the only one for him, and now I hear he's messing around with another woman?
No, Stephanie, that's not what I meant. You were the mistress who he got fired over.
Me?
Well, duh. Think about how often the two of you have been seeing each other these last several months. Don't you think it's odd that he could spend so much time with you during the day? He was on the clock the whole time.
So, you're saying that I...
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Your affair with Steve is the reason he's now unemployed. Though to be fair, Steve is an adult and should know better than to fool around with his mistress while he's on the clock. Actually, he should just plain know better than to have a mistress, period, but that's another story.
No way.
And another thing. His little stunt where he agreed to pay for the affair and child support in one lump sum payment. Well, thanks to that, his savings have been completely wiped out. And seeing as though his parents are in the process of writing him out of their will, I think you'd better abandon any hopes of accompanying Steve to any high-class parties as a trophy wife for the foreseeable future.
Oh my God! There's no point in even being with him anymore. I'll just have to get back together with my ex-husband.
Do you actually think he'll take you back?
Why wouldn't he?
You are currently pregnant with the child of the man you were having an affair with. What self-respecting man would ever take back someone like you? Seriously, get real. Oh, your other children are all staying with your husband too, and it seems like none of them want anything to do with you anymore.
This can't be happening. I had the perfect plan. Everything was going right. I was supposed to get the pampered life. I deserve the pampered life.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a shower. Here's what happened to the two of them after they got kicked out of their house. In their search for a new place to live, they first went to Steve's parents and then to Stephanie's parents and got turned down by both. After that, they tried going all the way to Florida to beg Steve's grandpa for help, again, unsuccessfully. That's a cross-country trip, so I have no doubt that between travel expenses, food, and lodging, they must have spent around $1,000 to get there. Neither of them have jobs. What were they thinking, spending that much? Unbelievable. After that, they had no choice but to lower their standard of living and move into an old, run-down apartment downtown. Apparently, there are more rats living there than people. Oof, yikes. Now, while both of their parents have officially cut them out of their lives, they're apparently still keeping an eye on them. After all, this isn't just about the two of them anymore. There's also their baby to be worried about.
My understanding is that their parents will ensure that the baby, who is the only innocent party, will be taken care of, even if that means eventually having to remove the baby from Steve and Stephanie's custody.
Hey there, Lucy. Just wanted to let you know that I was going to go to the store today since it's a triple points day. I'm probably going to come home with a lot of food, okay?
Sounds good to me, Tanya. Would you mind getting me some ice cream while you're there, too?
You want me to add some ice cream to the grocery list? I wish you would have said something before.
Actually, now that you mentioned, make sure you get the ice cream, some potato chips, those little sweet rolls they sell at the bakery, and also a slice of chocolate cake while you're at it.
Hold on a second, Lucy. I was already planning on buying quite a bit of stuff at the store today. I only have so many bags, and I'm sure that whatever I get is already going to be really heavy.
Okay, I literally don't remember asking about any of that. What's the point you're trying to make here?
Well, I'm just saying that if you wrote all of this down on the list beforehand, it might be different. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get everything you just asked for on top of the stuff that I was already going to get, you see?
You have got to be kidding me. Please tell me this is your idea of a joke.
I might be able to get some ice cream, but if you're really craving desserts that much, you might be better off just going to the corner store and getting yourself something. I can pay you back for whatever you get for yourself when I get back home, so go ahead and pick out something nice for yourself, okay?
I honestly can't believe that I am being talked back to by the help. Since when do maids give their masters orders?
Excuse me? I really don't know what you mean by all that, Lucy.
I mean that you're my dad's wife, which is basically just another word for maid, and I'm his daughter. That means that you have to do whatever I tell you to do as well. So don't go thinking you can tell me what to do and what you can and can't buy.
I really don't get where this attitude of yours has been coming from lately. You never acted like this at all before your dad and I got married, you know?
Well, that's because when it was just Dad and I, the housework never got done, and I figured you for the sap who would marry him and clean up for us.
Lucy, please tell me that you're not serious about this. Is that really how you feel about me?
Of course it is, you good-for-nothing maid. Don't think that just because I told my dad that I didn't mind if you married him that it meant I liked you or anything.
Hey there, Tanya. Just wanted to let you know that I'm finally done with work for the day. I remember you telling me that you were going to the grocery store. Are you still there?
Hey there, Rick. I'm actually still at the store right now, but I'm standing in line to pay.
Oh, I see. You said it was their triple points day, right? Does that mean there were a lot of people buying groceries today?
Just a bit. There certainly were more people than I was expecting, but it wasn't so bad. It just makes me glad that I didn't take the car down here. That would have been a mess trying to get out.
Oh, I see. Did you bike down there instead? Maybe I can try and get home right around when you would so I can help you bring some bags in.
You don't need to worry about that. I brought enough bags for me to be able to carry, so I think I'll manage.
Oh, well, okay. If you're sure about that then, just don't push yourself too hard. I'll see you at home then. Love you.
Thanks, hun. I love you too.
Lucy, are you there? I have some really bad news.
Oh, Dad, did you get off work already? What's the matter? What's the bad news?
Well, it's Tanya. She's been in a traffic accident and was hit by a car. An ambulance has already arrived to where she was hit and they're taking her to the hospital right now.
Whoa, what? Are you serious? Did Tanya really get hit by a car?
That's right. She was on her way home from the grocery store when some drunk driver ran into her. I guess Tanya must have handed her phone to a passerby because I got a call from her to tell me about this, only it wasn't her. So anyways, I'm going to Central Hospital to go see her. You're old enough to take care of yourself at the house, so just wait there. There might be phone calls coming to the house about this, so I just wanted you to know.
Got it. I guess I'll hold down the fort and answer the phone if any calls do come.
Of course. And I have one more thing to ask of you. If you could call around to Tanya's relative and let them know what happened and explain that I'm with her at the hospital, I'd really appreciate it.
You got it, Dad. You can count on me. Hey, Tanya, are you there? I heard all about what happened from my dad a little bit ago. So you were hit by a car on your way back from the supermarket? I guess that means that all the snacks that I told you to buy for me went flying into the air on impact, huh? You really are a useless maid. Do you know that? I mean, I ask you to do one little thing for me, and you go and get yourself hit by a car? Someone really needs to teach you a lesson in responsibility. Hello, I'm talking to you here. Aren't you going to say anything to me? You better make sure to buy everything that I asked you to get for me before you get back home from the hospital. Oh, right. Also, my dad asked me to call your family and tell them what happened to you. But that's such a pain in the butt, so I'll do it, but you're going to have to pay me $100 a month on top of allowance. Got it? Anyways, if you don't want me to tell Dad to divorce you right now, you better get out of the hospital and come home right this second. You useless old maid. You have seriously got some nerve treating me like this, you know that? I fell asleep texting you last night, and now I wake up and I see that you've read all of my messages. So does that mean that you smartened up and finally came from the hospital then? Because Grandma is here and she's making me breakfast, you know? You can't even be here to do the most basic duties of a maid. And I don't want to hear any kind of excuses about how much pain you're in or anything like that. That would just make me think that you got into this accident as an excuse to try and get out of doing your job. Hey, are you even home yet? Because if you're not here doing your duty, then what is even the point of you being married to my dad? I guess this means I'll just have to think of something to do with you then.
Hey, Lucy. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't have any clubs after school today, right? Are you just coming home at the normal time?
Oh, Dad, aren't you still at work? What are you doing texting me while you're still on the clock?
Well, actually, I took the day off work and I'm at the hospital with Tanya right now.
You are? Why in the world would you take off work just to be with her?
I've been with Tanya here at the hospital since yesterday. I've stopped by home this morning to get her something that she needs while here, but that's it.
Is that why Grandma showed up to take care of me?
Yeah. I called her and told her that I wouldn't be home for a little bit and asked for her help.
But are you sure that Tanya's even that hurt? Like, are you sure she's not just over-exaggerating her injuries?
You think Tanya is just being dramatic about this? Lucy, are you serious?
I just mean that it can't be all that bad getting hit by a drunk driver, right? She probably just has a couple scratches, but I don't think she'd need to be hospitalized. Besides, don't you think it's bad that this woman who is trying to become my new so-called mother is just lying in a bed doing nothing to take care of me right now? She's basically making Grandma step in and do all the work that she should be doing. Dad, I'm sorry, but I really think it's high time that you and Tanya get a divorce. This is just getting ridiculous. I mean, surely, with the amount of money you make, we could just hire a normal maid, right?
Lucy, I just really don't think that I can handle you anymore.
What is that supposed to mean? I don't understand, Dad. Is something wrong?
I just mean that I saw the messages you were sending Tanya last night. I saw the messages that you'd been sending her for a while.
But Wait, what do you mean by that? Wait, no, Dad, you really don't get it. This is all just a big mistake.
There's no mistake. And I think you know exactly what you've been doing. You sent some horrible messages to Tanya, and I just don't know what to say to you.
Were they really that bad? I was just trying to tell her how I really felt about her.
Look, Lucy, I know that even though Tanya and I are married, that you really never thought of her as your new mom. And that's fine. I was never going to force that. I just hoped that would happen over time. But I just can't believe the kind of things that you were saying to her. I mean, you literally kept calling her a maid. I'm sorry, but I just can't let this kind of behavior slide without doing something. Especially when it's coming from my own daughter.
Wait, no, Dad, you can't be serious about this. What are you trying to do? I was just trying to set Tanya straight for not doing her job like she was supposed to.
I'm afraid that I might just have to kick you out when you turn 18. By the way, Tanya still hasn't woken up. She's still unconscious.
Hold on a second. You're going to kick me out of the house? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
The doctor said she hit her head in the accident and her whole body is covered in injuries. I can't believe the woman I love has ended up like this. I don't even know what to think. I'm crushed. It feels like I have nothing.
But that's not true, Dad. You have me. You're never alone.
You think that's what I want to hear from you right now? We're probably glad that this happened. I was just starting to move past the fact your mom had cheated on me, but I need some space now.
What do you mean you need space, Dad?
I mean, you're going to go and live with your grandma for the time being. Do you understand me?
You can't really mean that. You're really going to send me to live with Grandma?
That's right. She's already agreed to do this. I told her all about what's happened.
You mean that you're really going to choose your wife over your own child? You can't be serious.
It isn't even much of a choice, really. One of you is fighting for their life after just going out to shop for us. Meanwhile, you were demanding that she leave the hospital that she could bring you ice cream and chips.
Please, Dad, don't do this to me.
I want you to pack your things up by tomorrow night, because then you and Grandma are going back to her place.
Hey there, Rick. I just wanted to let you know that I got on the train, okay?
Ah, good. I was wondering when I would be hearing from you.
I think that my things are supposed to be delivered sometime this afternoon.
Well, that's good to hear. Hopefully nothing bad happens with that. By the way, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, thanks for asking. It's hard to believe that it's been a whole month since I left the hospital. I know that it's going to take some time to build my strength back up, but I didn't think it would be this hard.
Right. Well, you just rest up and take it easy. Things will come with time. I'll meet you at the station when you arrive. Just shoot me a message.
Got it, will do. And Rick, can I ask something?
Of course you can, Tanya. What's on your mind?
Are you really sure that you made the right choice with Lucy? I mean, you didn't even tell her that you got a new job or that we were going to be moving. Are you sure you want to do this without even saying a word to her?
I'm sure about it. Part of me really does want to go and talk to her in person, but my mom says that Lucy is still working through things and that she's going to need some time.
Oh, really? Is everything okay? Do you know?
I guess she is still blaming you for all of this, and my grandma is trying to work on explaining to her how none of this is your fault. She's sending her to therapy so that she can get a better hold of her emotions.
Well, if you really think that it's best, then I trust you, Rick.
Thanks for understanding. I am talking with my mom about Tanya a lot and always trying to follow whatever she's up to.
Right. I just hope that one day we can all put this behind us in the future and get along. It's been a few months since I got on the train to move to our new home. I was worried that I wasn't going to have a complete recovery, but it seems like I was able to get over the accident without any lasting effects. It's actually been quite a while since Rick and I have talked about going to talk to Lucy. Years, in fact. Her high school graduation is actually tomorrow. Last week, Rick got a message from Lucy asking if he would like to be there to watch her graduate. He talked it over with his mom, and she told him that Lucy had made great progress with her therapy. Rick asked if I could come along too, and Lucy said of course. So we've just finished packing our bags and are going to see Lucy tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Isaac, I'm sorry to tell you like this, but I want to break off our engagement.
What? First you didn't come home last night without even messaging me about what you were doing, and now this? What happened? Was it something I did?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with you. Well, actually, yeah, I guess it kinda does.
What is it, Melissa? Let's calm down for a minute and talk things over, okay?
I found a guy who's better for me than you are.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah, super serious. Oh, Isaac, sure, you're working for a pretty good company, making a pretty good salary and are all around a pretty good guy. But compared to Mitch? So yeah, I decided that the best thing for me would be to break up with you and marry Mitch.
Mitch?
I would say you're better off not knowing about him, but since it might actually be a chance for you to do some self-improvement, let me tell you all about what a dream he is. He took over an entire IT company from his dad 3 years ago, and all the tech magazines are calling him the rising star of the industry.
I see.
So anyway, moving right along, I know this will probably be difficult for you, so I'll get my rich new fiancé Mitch to give you some money as a compensation for me breaking off the engagement. Go ahead and name your price. He can pay it with no trouble.
No, let's not just move right along with this conversation. We need to talk about this in person, Melissa. Our parents have already met. Our wedding plans are underway. We're not some high school couple who can just break up by text. What are you thinking?
Oh, come on. Don't go getting all sentimental on me, Isaac. We're not legally married yet, and we still haven't put down the deposit on the wedding venue, so what's the big deal? And like I said, Mitch will give you some money as an apology. Let's both be grown-ups here and agree to amicably part ways, okay? Oh, and by the way, I already have all of my important things moved out, so I won't be coming back to the apartment.
Melissa, you can't do this. Come on. Let's meet up and talk things over. Please?
No thanks, bye-bye.
Hey, Mitch. Sorry to message you out of the blue like this. There's something very important I need to talk to you about as soon as possible. So please message me back once you see this. Oh, hey there, Isaac. Wow. I think the last time I talked with you was at my going away party at the office 4 years ago. How have you been? Sorry, Mitch. As much as I'd like to, I don't have time to catch up with you right now. Oh, wow. You sound like it's something serious. What's up? I'm going to get right to the point. Do you know a woman named Melissa? Melissa? No, I can't say I know of any woman named Melissa. Well, I know of a few, but none I would consider close acquaintances. Why do you ask? Well, it's my fiancé. Oh, awesome! You getting married? Congratulations! Well, I was getting married. She just broke up with me. Huh? Wow. Well, I'm very sorry to hear about that. Did you want someone to talk to about that? No, I'm not looking for a counseling session. All right. Well, then how exactly does this concern me? Melissa said the reason she was breaking up with me was because she's getting married to Mitch. That is, you? What? Hold on just 1 second. I do have a girlfriend, but her name's definitely not Melissa. And like I said, I don't even know any Melissa personally either. So whoever she's talking about, it isn't me. Okay. Yeah, I had a suspicion you'd say that. Would you mind telling me more? Why is your fiancée all of a sudden going around telling you she's getting married to me? It's a really long story. Do you think we could meet up in person in the next few days? If you want, we can meet somewhere close to your place. Yeah, that would probably be for the best. I'd like to figure out exactly what is going on here before it gets out of hand. Thanks, Mitch. I really appreciate it. Can you come to my apartment? It's right across from the station on 4th Avenue. 4th Avenue? The last I remember, you were living on North Main. Yeah, I was. But due to certain circumstances, I had to move. I actually just moved in here a few weeks ago. Certain circumstances, you say? I don't know if it has anything to do with what's going on with your fiancé, but if there's no point in hiding it, I'll tell you about it when you actually get here. Actually, could you come over today? I just so happen to have the rest of the day off. Wow, that's perfect. I had the day off today too. Awesome. As long as you're coming over, I can introduce you to my girlfriend who's just moved in with me. Let me know when you get close. I'll go out to the street to wait for you. Thanks. I'll let you know.
Hey again, Isaac. Just so you don't get any ideas in your head about the two of us getting back together, I thought I should let you know that Isaac and I just got married. It might seem sudden, but we were so desperate to finally be together. I hope you don't get too beat up about it. Not that I really care anymore. Mitch is way hotter than you, and he's filthy stinking rich. I feel like the luckiest woman in the world to have landed such a catch. It's too bad things didn't work out between us, Isaac. Maybe if you had a little more ambition, we could have really had something special. So yeah, that's all. If you see us on the street, pretend you don't know me, okay?
Hello, Melissa. Thanks for the report. For the record, I have absolutely zero interest in getting back together with you. But there's one last thing I'd like to confirm before we part ways forever.
Fine. What do you want? This had better not to be anything stupid like, did you ever really love me, or is there really nothing I can do to get you to stay, or something. Go ahead, ask your question, but make it quick so I can get back to the newly-wed life with Mitch.
Are you at Mitch's apartment right now?
That's it? Weird question, but yeah, I am. I've been gradually moving my stuff into his apartment over the last few weeks, ever since he proposed to me. Ah, somebody pinch me. I must be dreaming. I'm the wife of a wealthy and powerful CEO living in the top floor of a luxury apartment building. I can't imagine how anyone could live with less than this.
About that apartment. By any chance, are you in a high-rise apartment building on North Main? Room number 7501?
What the? That's super duper creepy. How do you know that?
I guess you didn't know this, but Mitch and I happen to be acquainted.
Really?
Yeah. We used to work at the same company for a while. His department and mine worked together frequently. So I ran into him quite often up until he left to take over his dad's company.
Oh, well, small world, I guess. Whatever, just don't forget that even though you might be old friends with my new husband, he's way more of a man than you'll ever be. So don't even think about trying to talk to him, got it?
There is just one more thing I'd like you to know.
Get over yourself. I don't care about anything you have to say.
I don't know. It seems like you would be pretty interested in hearing that Mitch moved out of that apartment 2 weeks ago.
What?
And he's also dating a woman who isn't you.
Seriously, Isaac, grow up. I get it. You're a sore loser because I broke up with you to be with a better man, but that doesn't give you the right to make up bizarre lies about my new husband. It's over and we're never getting back together. Give it up.
I'm not lying. I just heard about all of this from Mitch himself. He just introduced me to his girlfriend, who moved in with him.
What are you talking about?
I'm also in the same room as Mitch and his girlfriend right now. We're in his new apartment, the one he moved into 2 weeks ago.
Isaac, the lie has gone too far enough. Are you this desperate to get back together with me? Well, it's not going to work. No amount of lies from your mouth will ever break me and Mitch apart.
You said you just got married to Mitch, right? Send me a picture of him.
Fine, here he is. There, is that enough for you? Now, will you finally accept that Mitch and I are together?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is, yikes.
What?
Oh my god. I can't believe this. That is not Mitch.
What? Yes, it is.
I mean, sure. I guess they do look alike, but that's not Mitch.
Yes, it is.
No, that's Mitch's younger brother, Mike.
What? His younger brother?
Ask him yourself.
Fine, you wait right there. Well, I just asked him and it was Mike.
Told you so. Seriously though, how did you not realize that?
Well, I heard he goes by his initials MCs, so I always just called him that.
Well, they do both have the same initials. But that was quite the colossal mistake on your part. You never even called him by his full name?
When I first saw Mitch, he was being interviewed on a news program for a local TV station. He was so handsome and confident. I fell absolutely head over heels for him. I want to get closer to him somehow, so I started looking all over for his information and eventually found his address. I pretended to be an old classmate of his wanting to catch up. Then once we started dating for real, I was like, oh, oops, I guess I was wrong about you being my old classmate. Oh, well, and we just kept seeing each other.
That's kind of marriage fraud, you know?
But as long as he wanted to marry me, so what? I knew that I wanted to marry him.
Such a shame you had this realization while you were engaged to me.
I left all the marriage paperwork to him. I just signed my name on the places he showed me. I guess I never thought to look at what he wrote for his own name. And I mean, they have basically the same face.
Yeah, they were only born a year apart, so they've been mistaken for twins a bunch of times throughout their lives. But there are some distinct differences between the two of them, and once you figure out what their particular features are, it gets pretty easy to tell who is who.
I don't believe this is happening. But Mitch did live in this apartment, right? I didn't get that wrong, did I? When did Mike start living here, and why?
Apparently, it all started about 6 months ago when Mike started living in Mitch's old apartment. Mike had to leave his own place for some reason, and Mitch allowed Mike to stay with him until he settled on a new place. It was only supposed to be for a few weeks or so, but Mike kept coming up with some more and more excuses, and before he knew it, a year had gone by and he was still living there. Furthermore, Mitch figured out that Mike had been bringing a woman into the house while he was out of town on business. Mitch got tired of dealing with it, so 2 weeks ago he left Mike to take care of the old apartment and moved into a new one with his girlfriend.
Wait, so you're saying that I can keep on living with Mike in this incredible high-rise apartment? Awesome! This place is incredible. Maybe being Mike's wife won't be so bad after all. I guess I'll stay with him then.
Well, I'm glad to hear you decided to stay true to your husband. Boy, it sure is a shame you broke up with me. That's a real bummer. How will I ever recover?
Huh, you can cut the sarcasm. I know you're devastated. Killer apartment, then that means that he's still a better man than you, even if he's not as much of a man as Mitch.
If
you'll excuse me, I think I'll go and cuddle with my new husband. So, what if we got together through a misunderstanding? Our love for each other is the real thing.
Mike's actually unemployed.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the reason he had to leave his old apartment. He got fired from his job and moved in with Mitch until he got back on his feet, which he never did. Are you sure you're okay with a husband like that?
Is that true?
Oh, and one other thing. He's being evicted from that apartment in 2 days because he can't pay this month's rent. So I wouldn't go getting too comfortable if I were you.
In 2 days? 2 days? Hey again, Isaac. So I'm gonna come back to your place tomorrow, okay?
Huh?
Yeah, I changed my mind about breaking up with you. I realized you actually are a pretty good guy, so we can get married after all.
No thanks.
No thanks?
Yep. Breaking up with you is definitely the right choice.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. Mike and I just got divorced.
You think that's the only issue here? I have no interest in marrying you anymore.
But why?
Do I really need to explain myself?
Yeah, I don't get it at all. What's your problem?
You cheated on me for 3 months, broke up with me, married another guy, and divorced him when you learned he wasn't as rich as you thought. If you really need me to explain it any more than that, then yikes.
Come on, give me a break.
As for the breakup settlement, you'll be hearing from my lawyer in the next few days.
Are you really gonna sue me?
From this point on, anytime you want to contact me, you'll have to do it through my lawyer.
You can't do this to me, Isaac. You have to marry me. Please. Pretty please. I'll have nowhere to live without you.
The next day, Melissa came back to the apartment we used to share. I had already talked to a friend who let me stay at their place for a while, so fortunately, I avoided having to deal with her. I also contacted Melissa's parents. I told them everything that had happened in the lead up to our engagement being broken off, and they said they'd have her move back in with them to see if they can turn her life around. My lawyer went over to negotiate a settlement for her affair and breaking off our engagement, and as of now, we are officially broken up. She couldn't pay the settlement, of course, so her parents agreed to foot the bill and force her to work to pay them back. She's only ever worked at a part-time job before now, and since that wasn't going to be enough, she's now working 3 jobs in a desperate attempt to pay her parents back before their deadline. And by deadline, I mean if she doesn't pay it all back within 2 years, They'll kick her out of their house and disown her. As for Mike, he really was just too dumb to realize that Melissa was an engaged woman who mistook him for his brother. So I honestly feel kind of bad for him. Hopefully, he'll be able to hold down a job and turn his life around.
Hey, Silva. Where are my snacks to go with the beer? And the beer isn't cold as well. Didn't I tell you to put the beer I bought yesterday in the fridge as soon as possible?
Oh, hello, Franz. You're already home? Sorry, I was intending on putting the beer in the refrigerator when I got home.
What? What do you mean you're already home? Can't I return to my own home? Isn't it the wife's job to welcome the husband who's tired from a day of work with perfect preparation? I should have everything I want. What the hell did you get off to anyways?
But you always come home after 5 o'clock, but it's still 4:26 right now. I thought I had an hour left until you got back, which is why I decided to buy some stuff at the supermarket.
What?
I make my schedule for the day assuming that you're going to go home after 5. If you're going to leave the office early, you have to tell me about it. Otherwise, I won't be able to do the preparations in time.
What? Is it still 4:26?
Yeah, it is. Why?
Damn it.
What's the matter?
I went home an hour earlier than I was supposed to. Thought it was already 5 o'clock.
So are you going to go back to the office, or are you going to come home?
I'm going to return to the office.
All right, take care then. Hi, Franz. I'm going to go visit my parents' house tonight.
Huh? Why? Did something happen?
I just got a text saying that my mom sprained her ankle earlier, so I want to check in on her.
What? But isn't your dad with her? And your younger brother who's still in university as well. Can't they take care of her? Why do you have to go when they're already there?
Even if they are family, there are some things that only a fellow woman can help out with, which is why I want to check in on her.
That's impossible.
What?
Silva, you're my wife, you know that? I'm more important than your parents as your husband. The thing you have to prioritize above everything else is me and the things around me.
Yes, but I intend on making dinner and getting the bath ready before I leave, so it shouldn't be a problem for you.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm telling you to stay in the house no matter what.
What? Why? But I just said that I already did all the housework I had to do for the day.
I already told you that's not the problem. As my wife, you have to be there to welcome me home after I come home from work. If you're not there once I get home, I won't forgive you for it, all right?
Sorry, Mom. I think me coming home tonight is going to be impossible. My husband Franz says that I can't leave the house. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm fine. All that happened is that I sprained my ankle, and Dad is going to do the housework for me, so... But still, aren't there some things that only I can help with, and not Dad and Rousseau? I still don't know what's going to be a problem and what's not now that I can't walk properly. It's all right if you don't come tonight. Just come home when I know for sure what I need your help with. All right. Things aren't going well with your husband, Franz, are they? Huh? What makes you think that? I can tell by your tone that you had some sort of fight with him, didn't you? And it's probably not the first time something like this has happened, right? I know it's a bit rude to say such things to someone who's now my child by law, but that person believes that not being able to do any housework is some sort of a sign of masculine superiority, doesn't he? I suppose he's one of those old-fashioned men who believes that the wife should do everything she can to serve her husband. You get that too? Yes. It's not like I haven't met him before, Sylvia, and I could see it in how he acted since the moment I set eyes on him. I decided to be forgiving and give the two of you my blessing for the marriage, but now I see that might not have been the best decision. It's all right if you could figure something out with him by talking to him, but if he's so stubborn that still doesn't work, then you'll need to decide what to do about your own future. I guess you're right. I'll try and talk to him, Mother, and if that doesn't work, then... Hello, Mother. Can you talk right now? What is it, Sylvia? I want to talk to you about Franz. He was cheating on me all this time. To think that he was always so proud, telling me how I needed to serve him as a wife. But in reality, he was really just a swine. What? I'm so sorry to hear that, Sylvia. This must be hard for you. To be honest, I was shocked when I heard about it at first, but then I realized that this might actually have been good luck, because divorcing him now will be much easier. You see, one of my friends is Franz's colleague at work, and she told me that he's been making approaches on a young female employee at the office. That asshole Franz. I realize now that he married me just so I could do the housework for him, and that marrying him was a terrible decision. Not just that, but he even calls me a good-for-nothing housewife who can't do anything and is still reliant on her parents. He even says that the food I make tastes bad, the baths I prepare for him are dirty, and that the house is a dumpster because I don't clean it. Apparently he told this female employee about me, and she said to him, "I pity you, Franz. I'm really good at housework, so I would make a great wife." And that's how they started going out. It seems. Wow, I just have no words. I knew he was that kind of husband, but I didn't know that he had absolutely zero respect for you. I'm going to start gathering evidence from now, but I intend on divorcing him as soon as possible. I understand. I think that's the best option as well. I'll tell Dad about your situation, so just tell us if you need any help, all right? Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Silva. Are you seriously not home again? It looks like you haven't been doing the housework recently as well. I had hoped that as my wife you would feel a bit more responsibility, but it can't be helped. I'm going to use my final weapon. I'm going to put the divorce papers on the table. I'll be kind enough to sleep somewhere else tonight, so make sure you use that time to reflect on your mistakes. I'm going to decide whether I'm going to cancel this divorce or not when I get home from work tomorrow and see your attitude towards me. So you better think about what you did wrong, okay? If you don't want to get divorced, then make sure everything's perfect. I don't want there to be a single speck of dust in this house. I want the bath you prepare for me to be crystal clear, and I want you to make those meat and potatoes for me for dinner. Oh, and make sure the beer is cold this time. Silva, hey, did you prepare my dinner yet? Come home right now and make me dinner. What the fuck? You didn't even do the laundry? I'm not going to have anything to wear to work tomorrow if you don't do the laundry right now, Silva. Answer my texts. Where the hell did you even go off to? Don't tell me that you went against my orders and went to your parents' house, did you? I told you that I wouldn't forgive you if you did, didn't I? Well, it's like you haven't been listening to a word I say these past few days.
Hello, Franz. I'm not going to tell you where I am right now. I noticed that I was getting a ton of notifications. What the hell is this supposed to be?
What do you mean, what is this supposed to be? I thought that you would be a bit more sorry for your own actions yesterday, but this is how you greet me? What the hell are you thinking not being home when I come home from work, Silva? I told you over and over that it's your job as my wife to welcome me home and have everything ready for me after a tiring day of work. I had overtime today, so you should have had plenty of time to prepare your welcome for me when I got home. But you haven't done a thing. What in the world is the meaning of this? Do you want to get divorced with me that badly?
Oh, if it's a divorce you're talking about, I already turned in those divorce papers of yours to the city hall.
What? You turned them in? Wait, that's not what I thought would happen.
Yes, I turned them in. I know it was probably just a coincidence, but you gave me those divorce papers at a really good time. You saved me from doing a lot of work myself. I'll thank you for that at least. Thank you for preparing those divorce papers.
What? What in the world are you talking about? Coincidence? Good timing. It's almost as if you were planning on divorcing me from the start.
Yes, I was, actually. I've been preparing the things I need to get divorced with you for about a month now.
Why?
I mean, the only reason you married me was because you wanted me to do the housework for you. But I turned out to be a terrible maid, right? I'm still relying on my parents and just lay around doing nothing all day.
What? Where did you get that?
The food I make tastes bad, the baths I prepare for you are dirty, and the house is a dumpster because I don't clean it properly.
What? How do you...
I told you already that one of my friends is a colleague of yours at work, right? I heard about everything from her.
Could it be that...
That I also know that you're cheating on me?
So you do know about it then? Shit. I completely forgot that one of your friends was my colleague. Should have been more careful.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about how you messed up or whatever. A lawyer is going to come and see you tomorrow.
A lawyer? You prepared even that? Don't you think that hiring a lawyer is a bit of an over-exaggeration?
By the way, this other woman you were cheating on me with, Martina, was captured by her parents, who came all the way here from the province. They're going to make sure that Martina doesn't try and run away before she pays me an alimony.
Seriously? You're gonna make us pay you for an alimony? What the fuck, Silva? You don't have the right!
Actually, the law says that I do have the right. I think the two of you aren't going to have your contracts renewed at the dispatch company and are going to lose your jobs soon. But I have zero intention of being lenient, so I'm not going to let you two go without paying me first. You can do whatever you want after that, but it won't be my problem anymore.
Wait. Hold on, Silva. I think you should think about this a bit more carefully. If you divorce me, then surely you wouldn't be able to support yourself anymore since you're just a housewife with a part-time job. All you have to do is forget all this ever happened and do what I say, like you always did. Just take care of things around the house and you won't have to worry about money. Stop with these strange ideas of yours and let's go back to how things were, shall we?
Whoever gave you that idea? I mean, you only earn 2,000 euros a month in the first place, which is just barely more than the salary I get paid every month working as a part-time worker. Oh, and not only that, but I'm going to become a full-time employee in the near future.
What? But you're just a housewife with no skills to speak of. How in the world were you offered a job as a part-time employee?
Who told you that I don't have any skills to speak of, Franz? That's just what you told yourself to make yourself feel better, isn't it? I told the store owner that I was preparing a divorce, and he told me that I could become a full-time employee if I wanted. He said he wanted to bring me the offer earlier, but he had heard that my husband was the kind of person that would get mad if his wife wasn't home when he was. So he thought that letting me be a part-time worker that has more freedom with shifts than a full-time worker would be more convenient for me. So don't worry about me once we get divorced, because I'm going to be able to support myself just fine.
Oh, is that so?
We got off topic, but yeah, I'm going to divorce you. Just listen to what the lawyer tells you and pay what you have to pay and we'll be done.
Damn it. Fine. If that's what you want, then let's get divorced. I promise I'm going to find happiness with Martina, who's a lot younger than you in the first place. Not only does she say that she's great at doing housework, but she also earns more than you as a dispatch worker. Meaning that she's better than you in every way possible. Silva, I changed my mind. We're not getting divorced. You see, Martina moved in with me right after you left, but it seems she's terrible at doing housework. She doesn't clean the house, and she doesn't iron the clothes after doing the laundry, so I have to go to work with my clothes full of wrinkles. Even her cooking is worse than yours. Eating it makes me want to vomit. But for some reason, she makes each dish with complete confidence, and if I don't eat everything, she gets furious. She even threw a knife at me once. I can't take this anymore. Not only that, I don't have any more money because I had to pay you that alimony. But for some reason, she keeps buying expensive ingredients when she cooks. It's been decided that I'm going to be relocated to customer service from next month, and my salary is going to become smaller. At this rate, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pay the bills for my credit card next month. But Martina quit her job at the dispatch company and says she's going to be a housewife from now on and refuses to work. Now that I think of it, I now realize that the food you made was delicious. Yup, I definitely want you more than her. Well, that's the situation, so could you please just come back? Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. I want to eat your meat and potatoes when you come back. Just prepare the food, the bath, and the beer for when I get home from work, just like you always used to do. Oh, and it's fine if you kick Martina out. Actually, I'd be thankful if you did. Alright, see you tomorrow then. Reply to these texts as soon as you see them, alright? Hey, Silva. Why haven't you come home yet? I told you that I was canceling the divorce, didn't I? Martina is still here as well. I told you to kick her out, didn't I? Jesus, the house smells like burnt food. Damn it. Do I have to eat that dark matter food again?
To be honest, I was confused as to why he thought that I would just come back after I had divorced him. By the way, it seems that Franz and Martina got married the day after me and Franz got divorced. According to my friend, who's also a colleague of Franz's, Martina is a dark-type mentality, unstable berserker. As soon as I heard that she threw a knife at Franz when he refused to eat her food, I realized that this description of hers was incredibly accurate. After Franz sent me those texts, it seems that Martina found out how Franz wanted to get back together with me, and so she started screaming and chasing Franz around with a frying pan. The neighbors called the police on them, but obviously this wasn't enough to scare Martina. Franz, who always talked about how the wife was meant to serve the husband, now spends every day under constant fear as to what his new wife might do to him. Not to mention being made to eat her famous dark matter food.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Good morning, Leslie. We've got a big group staying at the bed and breakfast today, so I won't be able to do any of the housework. I'll need you to do all the cooking and cleaning for me today. Oh, as well as the laundry. It's been piling up in the laundry room for 3 days now. And while you're at it, I'll also need you to pick up some things from the store. Hey, Mom, I'm sorry you're having a rough day. I hate to have to turn you down like this, but I have my own job to do, and I'm at the office right now, so I'm afraid I can't just up and leave on a moment's notice like this. Leslie, this is not the first time we've had this conversation. Do I need to remind you that as the wife of my oldest son, you have certain responsibilities? Our family operates the most exclusive bed and breakfast in the entire area, so don't go off thinking you can get away with prioritizing your job. I'm not sure why you put quotation marks around job like that. My job is just as real as anyone else's. That's not the point. Don't dodge the issue. Now, let me know when you leave the office. I'm going to send you a shopping list. Look, Mom, I understand that running a bed and breakfast as big as yours must be truly difficult work. Really, I do. I'm sure there are all sorts of things you do every day that I could never do. But again, that's your job, and this is mine. Is it too much to ask for your understanding that I have my own work, my own career path? Yes, now get out of that silly little office and come home. You have housework to do. Even if I wanted to come right home, I can't. I'm not at the office. I'm out of town. What? What do you mean you can't come home? Where in the world are you? I'm going to be out of town on business for the next 3 days. How shameless can you be? You're my son's wife. The only job you need to be doing is helping me keep this bed and breakfast running. How else are you going to be able to take it over one day? And here we are in the middle of the busiest tourism season of the year, and you're off gallivanting elsewhere while I'm stuck here by myself. Are you out of your mind? Wait a second. Back up. You're saying I'm going to take over the bed and breakfast? Exactly. What are you so surprised about? You knew what you were getting into when you married my oldest son. One day he'll inherit the business side from my husband, and you'll inherit the management side from me. This is the first I've ever heard about this. And besides, your husband has told me that he already has a candidate in mind for the next property manager. Yes, you! No, I'm pretty sure that's not the case, Mom. I've had more than enough backtalk from you today. In all honesty, I'd rather not be forced to entrust the operations of my beautiful bed and breakfast to someone like you who grew up in poverty, but my hands are tied. For whatever reason, my son chose you, so I'll just have to make do. In a few weeks, when the travel season ends, I'm going to be putting you through a hands-on training program to teach you the ropes, so make whatever arrangements you need for that. Mom, you are being ridiculous about this. I have a career of my own. Then quit. No way! I've worked way too hard to create what I have right now, and I'm not giving it up for you. I only allowed you to marry my son under the condition that you would be assisting me at the bed and breakfast, and now you're reneging on that assignment? What agreement? We never discussed anything like that. It's not a discussion, it's an order, and you're not going to change my mind. My decision is final. I'm sorry, but I don't have time for this right now. I've got a big day ahead of me, and I need to get everything ready tonight. I'll talk to you later, Mom. Hold it right there, Leslie. This conversation is not over. We need to discuss your training program, and I still have to send you that shopping list. Leslie, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself immediately. What do you mean? We just had a big group arrive from a company in a neighboring town, but why are you with them? Oh, that? Well, it's my company, so... What? We're having a company vacation. Even if it's just one town over, it's still nice to get out and relax every once in a while. And there aren't very many facilities that can cater to groups as large as ours for a similar price range, so we decided to book the bed and breakfast for a night. Just when I thought you couldn't be any more shameless, and this is what you do? What? It seems that you've finally come around to see reason and accept your role as the next property manager. Huh? But I'm afraid you're far too late. I've been talking with my husband, and we've decided to give the position to Miriam, my other son's wife. Oh, I see. So Miriam accepted the position? Yes, and she just quit her job the other day. She was very willing to make all the necessary arrangements as soon as we brought up the possibility to her. And most importantly of all, her parents are fabulously wealthy. They're major real estate investors. They own a ton of apartment buildings in the area. With a family like that, she's absolutely the perfect candidate to take over the bed and breakfast for me. She's not the product of an impoverished single mother like some other women I know. Ah, it seems like you're under the impression that single mothers are all poor, which isn't the case, but let's put that aside for now. So, Miriam really agreed to take over the bed and breakfast then? Yes, we had the discussion just the other day. They'll need a bit of time to get ready to move over here, so I gave them a month. After that, she'll start the training program I was preparing for you. She really agreed to that? It's just that, I don't know, it really doesn't seem like Miriam would agree to become the next property manager from what I know of her. Oh, Leslie, you're so pathetic. After all your protesting, now you're coming to me and begging me to take you back? I'm neither crying nor begging. Did you really think an unsophisticated girl with a troubled upbringing like yourself could ever be a suitable property manager for a bed and breakfast as luxurious as this? What? All that silliness about bringing that group here for an employee vacation? You were really just trying to impress me with how skilled you were at luring in customers, weren't you? No, that's not the case at all. In any case, I've had enough. You're not welcome here any longer. Get out! You're kicking me out. Why? I'm here as a customer, you know. We paid in full for the cost of the stay in advance. And all the other guests are more than welcome to stay. However, you are another story. I tried so hard to be good to you despite your checkered past, and you threw it all in my face. Now that you see what you've lost, though, you're desperate to get back in my good graces. It's disgusting. Someone of your low stature doesn't deserve to stay here. It's just a vacation with my employees, that's all. Pack up your things and get off the premises immediately. I wasn't trying to impress you, I just wanted to relax. And you can relax where all the other poor people relax. Go to a dive bar or something. You're not deserving of such a high-class enterprise as this. All right then, I guess you don't want me as a customer. That's exactly right. I don't need any money from the likes of you. Oh, is that so? Then have it your way. I'm pulling my funding. Huh? Your husband also requested that I take on a position as consultant to assist in your bed and breakfast's restructuring. But since you don't want me here, I'll have to break the news to him that I won't be able to do that anymore. Wait a moment, you're pulling your funding? And what's this about a consultancy? Goodbye. Leslie, I had no idea. I never knew that our bed and breakfast was in such a precarious position. Well, it seems as though you finally had the talk with your husband, yes? Yes, that's right. Leslie, why didn't you tell me? You're the current CEO of the consulting firm founded by your grandfather. And Miriam, my second son's wife, she didn't quit her job and come and work with me. She quit her job to start her own company. I'm quite positive I told you what it was that I did for a living when we first met, so I guess you must have forgotten somewhere along the way. Oh well, that's not important right now. What else did you hear from your husband? Well, he also told me that the funding for our restructuring was coming from Miriam and your parents, and that your firm was going to be our consultant for coming up with a new sales strategy. Looks like you finally caught up then. I'm sure you've already realized this by yourself, but the employee vacation had two purposes. The first was, like I told you, just to take a few days off to relax, but the second was to get a clear picture of the bed and breakfast's current state. Unfortunately, since you decided to kick me out of the building before I even got settled into my room, we weren't able to do either of those things. Leslie, listen. Can we just put this unfortunate little event behind us? Can you just forget it ever happened and go forward with providing us with funding in your consulting service like you'd planned? As the hotel's owner, that decision is up to your husband. Has he mentioned anything about it to you? Yes. He told me that if you were willing to forgive me for my behavior, utterly unbecoming of an adult woman and property manager, then he would continue with the plan. I see. Understood. Then you'll do it? I'm sorry, but this is a business matter, so I can't give you a firm answer right here on the spot. I'll need to meet with your husband in a business context and discuss things a bit further. My decision will depend on the results of that discussion. We'll agree to your terms, anything you want. So please, you have to help us. You have to save my beautiful bed and breakfast. Leslie, what's going on? Why am I being forced out of my position as property manager? I won't stand for this. Well, complaining about it to me won't do you any good. But you made my resignation a key condition for your agreement to provide us with funding and consulting services. That means it must have been your doing. You're responsible for this. Actually, the one who first brought up your resignation was your husband, not me. What? According to him, you've been far exceeding your authority as the property manager. You've been completely ignoring the business's official management policy and treating the establishment like it was your own plaything. That's ridiculous. I've never. You've also been discriminating in the way you treat guests, giving special treatment to wealthier guests or those with some sort of high status, executives, politicians, etc. It seems that you were blissfully unaware of the fact that your business was sliding closer and closer to bankruptcy every second. So you must also be unaware that it was precisely that prejudicial treatment of yours that caused you to lose regular customers at an incredible pace. My evaluation as a professional consultant is that you are the main reason for your bed and breakfast's financial predicament. But you don't even need to ask me. You can just see the kinds of reviews people are leaving about your establishment and you in particular on travel websites. Just about every negative review cites your ill treatment of them as the main reason. And given that reality, we naturally came to the conclusion that a new property manager would be a necessary aspect of any management strategy we could come up with. Without doing anything to address the key problem, no strategy would have a chance at success. This is completely ridiculous. I would never consent to any such agreement. I mean, really, is there anyone out there capable of running this place better than I can? Yes, actually. Oh, really? Who? Your husband has been discussing taking over your position with another person for quite some time now, and he decided this would be the perfect opportunity to finally make the switch. You mean her? That's right, your niece, Julia. For whatever reason, you've been furiously opposing giving her the position up until now, as I'm told. Perhaps you thought that having one of your daughters-in-law take the position would mean you could continue to run the place exactly as you want to? You don't understand. Being the property manager of a bed and breakfast is a massive responsibility. There are so many things I'll have to teach my successor about in order to keep this place running. Oh, but that Julia, she's far too strong-headed. She'll never listen to a word I say. Julia is actually quite an impressive woman. She majored in hospitality management at university, then spent 2 years in an apprenticeship at a major hotel chain. And she's also been working in your bed and breakfast for the last 5 years, so she should be well aware of how your establishment operates. Not to mention, she's been gradually taking on more and more responsibilities each year. She's basically been doing just about as much work as you have for the last 2 years. I've personally met her myself, and in my professional view, I'd say she would be the perfect candidate for the job. So you don't have anything to worry about, Mom. Your bed and breakfast will be in good hands with Julia at the helm. As a matter of fact, with her in charge, I bet it's going to do better than it has in years. Never! I'll never step aside! If Julia takes over, my husband is telling me that I'm going to be reduced to working as a common maid. Oh, that would be too much humiliation to bear. This is completely unacceptable. If you ask me, I'd say what's more unacceptable is having a property manager who treats customers better or worse based on their appearance or social status. And what's even more unacceptable than that is to insist on continuing to do things in the same exact way despite the devastating effect it's having on the business's bottom line. Stop talking like it's entirely my fault. It's not. Yes, you're right. I can't place 100% of the blame on you, and that was never my intent. However, we based all of our decisions on a review of customer feedback and hearings with individual employees. Your husband, as the owner, has the final say. So if you would like to register your complaints about his decision, you should take it up with him and not me. As a consultant, it's not my responsibility, nor is it within my power to make decisions for a business. All I'm there for is to offer my professional opinions. But, now if I may be so bold as to offer a piece of personal advice, I understand that your husband has brought up the possibility of a divorce with you. Rather than be divorced and unemployed at your age, wouldn't you rather just take the offer of keeping you on as a maid? You might want to swallow your pride this time. No, I could never! Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of work to do and I need to get back to it. I'll talk to you later. I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong. This all happened within 2 months of me getting married to my husband. While all this was going on, my husband, who was also an employee of the bed and breakfast, was making some moves in the background. Doing a complete overhaul on their management strategy was actually his idea in the first place, and his mother came up in a lot of their discussions. His dad held out hope that she would come to see the error of her ways, but alas. A few days later, her husband divorced her. She turned down his offer of keeping her on as a maid, so she went back to her hometown to live with her relatives. She started looking for work in the hospitality industry, and she made sure to highlight her year of experience running her bed and breakfast. However, she was never quite able to come up with a convincing story when she was asked about why she quit her previous position, which created a lot of suspicion in her interviewers. She eventually removed that from her resume entirely and started applying for lower-level positions that she once thought were beneath her, but now they're all she can hope for.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Yo, Felipe! From today onwards, I'm the new manager around here. I was wondering who was messaging me at this time of the afternoon on my day off, and it just so happens to be you, Marcus. Nice to hear from you. Hey, you call me manager from now on, all right? Or boss, if that's the route you want to take. What, did something happen to the other manager of the store? I just told you that today I've been made the manager of this sushi restaurant. Could I ask you to please explain things in a little bit more detail for me then? Because as far as I'm aware, your uncle is still the manager of the restaurant and not you. And as far as the position of manager goes, I never even heard about how there would be a new manager elected to run the place. Did I miss some kind of a very important meeting the other day that I was supposed to be at? Well, my uncle just went and took his last breath and will no longer be coming out to run this place or anything else anymore. Really? He passed out back at home just the other day, and when the ambulance came and took him away, that was the last I'd seen of him. All right. I didn't realize. I am so sorry for your loss, Marcus. If there's anything you need my help with, anything at all, please let me know. Of course you'll be helping me out. As for right now, I can't be closing the restaurant at the last minute, but my family and I are all worked up right now and have to be home getting things ready for the funeral and such. So I'm gonna have you and Jay take over the place for me tonight, and for plenty of nights to come, I think. And once I've had time to talk with all of my family about it, we might be holding the funeral at the restaurant itself, so make sure you're all ready for that. I don't want to upset my uncle, who is not in heaven, by having us hold his funeral at his restaurant and it not being in tip-top shape. Understood. When you have all the details about that, please let the staff and I know. I'll get to work on changing things around on the schedule for everyone's shift. Good! Hello, Jay. It's me, Felipe. Did you hear anything at all from Marcus about the situation yet?
I did. Marcus's wife went ahead and sent me all the details about what had happened. I can't believe that he's already gone now. I'm hoping that at some point you and I will be able to go to his funeral as well. Anyway, did you end up hearing about everything from Marcus himself then?
That's right. He came to me and explained everything that had happened and what was going to happen.
I see. So him and his wife worked on contacting the both of us separately.
And so, from what I'd been told, you and I are being left in charge of the restaurant while Marcus is out dealing with his family and the funeral.
So in other words, he's not even thinking about closing down the place for a while then?
That's what it seems like. He said that he'd like to keep the place up and running for all of our customers, I believe. And he's also thinking of holding part of the funeral here, most likely the dinner and such.
Well, his wife did tell me that she thought he was going to want to keep the place open for his own sake or something along those lines. But if it's also to hold the funeral at, then I suppose it all makes a bit more sense. He is like a completely different person from his uncle though, wanted to keep this restaurant open almost as though nothing had ever happened. Such an odd guy.
He sure is. So, can I ask you to go ahead and take care of shifting all of the schedule around and stuff for me?
I'll take care of it. Considering that Marcus won't be around, you're the only person here that can make the sushi that all of our customers want to eat. So I'll take care of everything like that in the office. And when I'm done, I'll come out and let you know before I head out for the night. Now, good luck making all those dishes on your own.
Thank you, Jay. Felipe, listen, bud, cut it out with all of that careless talking while we're serving our customers. All you're here to do is make sushi for them and serve it. Hello, Marcus. Call me the manager or boss. Okay. Did you need anything from me? Today is your day off, right? And like I was just saying to you, I'm not paying you to sit around talking all day to the customers while you're making that sushi. We have a server for that, as well as someone at the front of the house who can handle all of the customers. I find that it is a must to smile and make small talk with the customers while I do my job as a way of entertaining them. Huh? They come over to the counter for a reason, and it's not just to eat the sushi and then go home. And what exactly is wrong with me making the customers laugh and enjoy the service we give at this sushi restaurant? Was that all you had to say to me? If so, then I'll be going now. I have a long day ahead of me and not a lot of time to be staring at my phone.
Philippe, good work today.
Hey, Jay, good work today to you as well. By the way, Jay, by this point in time you should be leaving your work at this restaurant in order to go and help your husband open his place, correct?
Well, I suppose you're right about that, but some things have come up that are causing an issue.
I'm sorry that at a time like now you're having to deal with everything else in life like this place.
My husband understands the circumstances himself, so it's all fine. And actually, my daughter has stepped in to do a lot of the work I was planning to do, so there was no need to worry about me. But there is only a couple of days left. Good luck to you.
Thank you, and right back at you.
And now that you've mentioned all of that...
Ah, right.
Did you take some time to think things through?
Well, that's a good question. I am very thankful that you brought something like that up with me before. But considering all this place has done for me as I've worked here for a long time, I don't want to think about leaving it.
I see. And I completely understand that. You started to work part-time at that place back when you'd just gotten out of middle school and began working full-time after high school. So it's been close to a decade or two for you, right? You ended up gaining so much experience there as well, and could be considered as one of the best sushi chefs around. The fact that you got to work under the previous manager so often was so lucky for you.
I still have a long ways to go before becoming a true master at this, but thank you for saying that, Jay.
But there's one thing I have to say to you right now. The fact that you were never allowed to become the new manager after Marcus's uncle passed away was a major blow to the place, and him taking the restaurant over for himself is going to be the end of it.
What? Oh, but hold on, Marcus is his nephew of all people.
But the man that we all respected and loved working for actually cared about his store and his customers, right? And when it comes to you, you're the same as he was. meaning you should be the one in charge of the place now, not Marcus. You can actually converse with everyone there without causing a headache, and have always been praised by all the customers. You should be the one running that place, yet you're having to sit back and let the untrained nephew take it over. Also, I'm sure you're very much aware of this already, but a lot of those customers we had coming before are no longer around, thanks to Marcus, especially the regulars. A lot of them stopped coming over. The fact that Marcus took over the place from his uncle right after he passed away. And that fact alone.
I know. I am very much aware of what's been going on. I've asked that Marcus be more open-minded about the way he approaches and speaks to a lot of his customers, and I've tried to explain to him how a business like this works. But just as I'd suspected, he doesn't really care to listen to me at all. Also, it seems that from the very start he's seen me as some kind of an enemy of his. Currently, I'm in a position where he can't really fire me or anything, so I have that helping me, but I can for sure tell that he doesn't want me around due to the way he speaks to me.
Yet you're still wanting to stay at that restaurant?
Well...
In the past, the manager said this to me. He said that it is always important to respect the sign that hangs out in the front store, and to always make sure the business is doing its best. But if that becomes the only thing one thinks about, costing him the relation he has with his customers and the staff, then he's better off taking that sign down and ending the business for good.
I've heard that story from him in the past as well. Thinking back on what was said, do you think he was talking about something like what's happening here now?
I'm sure you know the answer to that already, right? I don't need an answer from you right now to my earlier proposal, so take your time to think about it.
Will do. Yo, Felipe! I'm gonna be changing up the staff here so you can choose between having your pay reduced or leaving my business. What? What are you talking about right now, Marcus? I said for you to call me manager, and what I'm going on about has to do with Jay. She finally went and left this place after so many years of causing problems here, all because her favorite boss is no longer running the place. So while I'm enjoying my day off, I thought I'd ask all of my staff what they wanted to do as I began to hire new people. But I'm not sure why you're wanting to hire on so many new staff members right now. In the past, both your uncle and Jay did a very good job of managing the place and were able to bring in enough money at one point where they could afford to hire new hands and keep them around. Well, my plan is to lay most of you guys off now and bring in my friends who are all wanting to work here. As the new manager of this place, I feel it's best to be surrounded by those who actually listen to me and who I can trust with the place. Because for some reason you and all the rest of the staff here that were hired by my uncle are never listening to a damn thing I say. It's because you never take your job as the manager seriously here that we can't listen to what you're saying and are always having to talk back to you. Also, you went and started to talk about how you'd be bringing in a bunch of really cheap fish from overseas that's nowhere near as good as the stuff we've been using, and I will not take that. If you're not able to agree with the way I want to run my business, then get the hell out. I thought it was kind of me to give you the option of choosing between a reduced salary or being laid off, but now I'm not giving you a choice anymore. You're done here, bud. Even if you were never going to quit, it's too late now. And once you're out on the streets, you're not going to be able to find another job because this place was all you ever had. All thanks to my uncle taking your familyless ass in after you went to high school. I guess I'm quitting then. You'd better thank me for letting you stay here with that reduced wage. I just said that I'm quitting, though. Wait, what? You're gonna quit your job here? Yes. Do you have any idea what that will mean for you? You quitting your job means that you'll no longer be employed anywhere. A high school graduate like you leaving this place means that you'll never have another chance at a job like this one again. Fortunately, I'm a very good sushi chef with many years of experience under my belt. As long as I'm willing to use these abilities of mine to make the best sushi I can, anywhere would be happy to have me working in their kitchen. Yo, wait! I'll leave my notice on your desk tomorrow, Marcus. No, wait, I'm going now. When you start to regret what you're doing here, don't come crawling back to me! Jay, I would really love to come and work for your husband at his sushi restaurant, please.
Well. You made your choice a lot quicker than I was expecting you to.
Well, something happened that led me to believe that right now would be the best time to go and join you and your husband at that new restaurant.
I see. Considering I'm working for a new place now and have nothing to do with my past job, I don't think I should be asking about all of the details. But Philippe, I'm going to get you all set up to come and join us right now.
Thank you so much, Jay. Yo, Felipe! Long time no see, Marcus. I'm hiring you back into my restaurant, so make sure tomorrow you come in to start working for me right away. What? Also, I'm leaving you in charge of preparing the place for opening. I don't have enough hands right now to do it all. Hold on, I have no need to go back to work for you. Stop being so modest here. You'll only be making half the salary you had here before, but that's better than being jobless, right? And if you're not able to pay for your apartment with that, I'll allow you to come out and live in my family's house. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I have a job of my own already. Huh? And of course, I'm still working as a sushi chef like before. You were able to find another job working for another sushi restaurant? That's right. Which one? One that's in Hawaii. In Hawaii? You knew about how Jay's husband also happened to work in the world of sushi, right? And, well, that husband of hers just so happened to open up a store of his own out in tropical Hawaii. And thankfully they made sure to let me know that I could come out and work for them if I pleased. I was a bit hesitant about what to do at first, but when you came and threatened me with either having my pay cut or having me leave the restaurant, the idea of moving to Hawaii to make sushi for someone else finally popped into my head. And that was the choice I ended up making. What? So that's when you made your choice? So now that you're aware of the situation I'm in, it's impossible for me to go all the way back there to help you. No way! Right now is no time to be messing around, though. If things don't change soon, the whole restaurant itself is gonna be in trouble. Come back here and work for me right now. If you're not here to make all of the sushi, none of the customers are gonna want to spend their money here anymore. What happened to all those friends of yours that you said you'd be hiring on in order to make your staff more trustworthy? About all of them. They assumed that you'd still be working here when they all came, and that's why they made the choice to join me. But when they heard that you quit, they all said things had changed and they no longer wanted to work for me either. So if you were to come back here and start working for me again... I'm sorry, but I'm very busy at the moment. Wait a second, Felipe! Goodbye now. Felipe! Ever since I left that place and moved out of the state, I heard about what happened through a coworker of mine who also happened to be one of the employees I ended up training as my first trainee. He told me that Marcus went and ordered a lot more fish from that really cheap supplier, and that led to all of the remaining staff to have a strike, saying that he was trying to kill his customers with terrible quality fish. And even before that strike took place, a lot of the customers that did end up going there were said to have gotten sick due to most of the fish no longer being sushi grade anymore, leading to a few cases of the restaurant being inspected by the state health inspector. The ratings of the restaurant went down the drain after those inspections came back poorly, and business there became more and more of a rare spectacle. The strikes also became more common until there was only a select few employees remaining there, which wasn't even enough manpower to have the restaurant open for one day. So, in the end, after almost going under and never being able to revive the place, Marcus's older brother went ahead and took the place from him and is currently working on turning the whole entire restaurant and everything around. Of course, Marcus was not allowed to work there after the place was renovated and management had been changed, but his efforts to find other work weren't fortuitous. The word about him being a terrible manager spread like wildfire, and not a single place wanted to hire a man with such a rotten work ethic and horrible track record. He would find some work at places like gas stations and convenience stores, but due to his horrible attitude, he'd cause drama and the like and lose his jobs there as well. Recently, I've heard a rumor going around that he's having to sleep in a cardboard box out on the street every night as he tries his luck at gambling in a nearby casino with whatever money he can scrape up. As for myself, I've been fully moved into my new apartment here in Hawaii and have been working close to 60 hours a week making sure that the restaurant does well. I started off working here with a larger salary than I had when I left the previous restaurant, and I've been told that if the restaurant does good throughout the length of 1 year, I'll be rewarded with bonuses and all. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.